If your church has stopped growing, I need you to hear this. It's not your preaching, it's not your location, it's not the economy, the culture, or the generation. The real reason your church stopped growing is something nobody in your denomination is going to tell you, because most of them don't know what it is either. And I want to show you exactly what it is in this video, so stay with me. I'm Bishop Paul Harden, and I've grown a church from 20 people to over 300 people, and I've helped pastors all across the country do the same thing. So this video might be the most important one you watch this year, so let's get into it. Before I tell you what the problem is, let me tell you what it's not. It's not that you're not praying enough. You're praying, I know you're praying. It's not that your sermons are weak. I'm sure you're studying. It's not that your people aren't faithful. They show up every Sunday. And it's not that God has abandoned the vision he gave you. So if you're doing everything right, why is nothing moving? Here's the answer nobody wants to say out loud. Your church has a systems problem, not a spiritual problem. And the reason that's hard to hear is because we were trained to spiritualize everything. If we just pray more, they'll come. If the worship gets better, they'll stay. If I preach a better series, we'll break through. And those things matter. Do your best job on those. I really believe in every single one of those things. But a leaking bucket doesn't stop leaking because you pour more water into the bucket. You got to fix the bucket. So every growing church, and I mean every single one, is winning in three areas simultaneously. Number one, they have a front door that works. New people are finding them consistently. First-time guests every single week. Not just when they run a big Easter Sunday event, but every single month. New faces coming in every single week. And number two, they have a back door that's closing. The people who visit, they come back. And there's a system that moves a first-time guest into becoming a second-time guest, into becoming a regular attender. Number three, they have an internal growth machine. Attenders become members, members become volunteers, volunteers become leaders, and leaders invite the next wave of people. Now, here's a question I want you to sit with. Which one of those three is broken in your church right now? Because I promise you, one of them is broken. And it's the one that's causing the plateau in your church right now. For most pastors that I talk to, it's not the front door. It's usually the back door. And they're getting visitors. The visitors just aren't coming back. Let me give you a number that changed how I think about church growth. The average church retains less than 20% of its first-time visitors. Less than 20%. That means if, let's say, 10 people walk through your door this Sunday, and you do nothing differently than you're doing right now, 8 of them are gone by next month on a good month. I mean, gone. And here's, for me, what makes it really painful. You may never know they were there. You didn't get their contact information. Nobody followed up with them. Nobody called. Nobody texted. No card was sent. They came, they sat, they left. They never came back. Now, multiply that across 52 Sundays. You could have had 50 new families this year and lost 40 of them before they ever felt like they belonged. Now, that's not a spiritual problem, y'all. That's a systems problem. And the good news is systems can be fixed. Let me show you what a leaking funnel actually looks like. Now, I want to walk you through the three most common plateau diagnoses I see, and I want you to figure out which one of these is your diagnosis. Diagnosis one is the invisible church. Your back door is fine, your internal culture is great, but nobody new is finding you. You have zero front door strategy. You're depending entirely on word of mouth. And your congregation has stopped growing, so the word of mouth has stopped too. Now here's the fix. You need a consistent, systematic way to get new people through the front door. Diagnosis two is the revolving door. People are finding you, but somehow they're just not staying. Your visitor retention is broken. There's no follow-up system, no clear next step. First-time guests feel like strangers because nobody made them feel like they belonged. Here's the fix. You need a visitor follow-up sequence and a clear on-ramp into membership. Diagnosis three is the ceiling church. Got good people, decent retention, occasional new visitors, but you've hit a ceiling you can't break through. Now, this one is usually a leadership problem. The pastor is the lid. The org chart is too flat. Everything runs through one person. Now, here's the fix. You need to multiply your leadership layer before you can multiply your attendance. So my question for you today is, which one are you? Now, I'm going to guess if you've been stuck for more than a year, it's diagnosis two. It's that revolving door. And if that's you, keep watching because I'm about to show you exactly how to fix it. Now, real quick, if this is resonating with you, I wrote a book called How to Double Your Church in 90 Days. It's $4.99. That's it. Inside, you're going to get the exact system I used to take my church from 20 people to over 300 people. Plus the bonuses that walk you through the ad strategy, the follow-up system, the growth track we used at Dominion Church. The link's in the description. It's just $4.99. Go ahead and grab it. Now, here's how you fix the backdoor problem. The churches that retain visitors well do all three things within 72 hours of somebody's first visit. Now, step one, they make contact. Not a generic email blast, but a personal touch point, a text, a handwritten card, a phone call, something that says, we saw you, we're glad you came, you matter to us. In our church, we run this through a simple CRM. So every first-time guest who fills out a connection card gets a personal text within 24 hours. It's not automated, it's personal. Step two, they extend an invitation, not a generic service, to a specific next step. We have a lunch for first-time guests this Sunday after service. We'd love for you to come. You're not asking them to commit, you're asking them to take one more step. Now, step three, successful churches track it. They know by name who came last Sunday, who came back, who didn't come back. They're not flying blind. They have a system that tells them exactly who to reach out to and when. It's not complicated, it's not expensive. But most churches just don't do it because nobody built the system. Now, here's something I need to say, and I need you to receive it in the same spirit it's intended. Most plateaued churches are not plateaued because God stopped blessing them. They're plateaued because the pastor, and I say this with all the love and respect that I have from pastor to pastor, the pastor never learned to be a leader of a system. They were trained to be a pastor, a shepherd, a counselor, a theologian. Nobody taught them operations. Nobody taught them retention funnels. Nobody taught them that the Sunday experience is actually a product and that products can be engineered to produce outcomes. And that's not a criticism. It's a gap, and gaps can be filled. The most effective pastors I know are not the best preachers. They're the best builders. They built systems that work even when they're not in the room. So let me bring this home. The real reason your church stopped growing is not a mystery. It's a diagnosis. And once you name it, you can fix it. If it's your front door, build a strategy to get found. If it's your back door, build a system to follow up. If it's your ceiling, build a leadership layer above where you are now. All three of these are learnable. All three of these are buildable. And you don't need a big budget or big team to start. You just need the right system and the willingness to work it. Grab the book, How to Double Your Church in 90 Days. It's in the description. It's $4.99, and it breaks down exactly how to build all three. And if you want to see what the backdoor fix actually looks like in a real church, I broke down our entire visitor follow-up system in the video right here. Go watch the next one, and I'll see you there.